Good morning and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Maybe you got out to the hometown sampler, which was a lot of fun, a beautiful opportunity to help raise money. And the nice thing is Leanne had an opportunity, our producer, to go out there and watch it as well. But she not only watched it, she recorded it. And as a way to raise money for the Steele County Food Shelf, Third Hand, Leanne's business, is giving the opportunity for people to buy copies of the hometown sampler. So if you didn't go, if you did go and loved it so much you'd like to see it, you can go ahead and call the hometown sampler or call Leanne at 390-5751, or you can email her at owatonatoday@charter.net. Cost is $10 per DVD, and all of the proceeds of the sale do go to the food shelf. So it's a great way for them to raise more money and for you to get a chance to see it if you didn't get to. We'd also like to thank Bremer Bank for joining us as a sponsor right here on the Owatonna Today Show. And the nice thing about our show is we are so accessible. There's so many ways for you to find us, either here on Charter Channel 6, where you can see us, Charter Channel 8, where you can see us 6 days a week, or you can find us on YouTube or blip.tv and on Facebook, where Leanne does upload the most recent episode. Great ways for you to keep in touch with what's going on in your community. And we're going to do that today on the show. We're going to be speaking with the Pioneer Woman from the, stick around to talk to her, as well as a look at a new business in town, Perfect Day Cakes. So we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltfett of Horizon Eye Care Professionals, eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have with me the Owatonna Business Women's Pioneer Woman, which means she, lives in a mud hut and she wears mucklucks and no,
but you're right. That is what most people, I think, still think. I should be in boots with a long dress and an axe on my shoulder.
I'd like to introduce you to Lonna Lysne. Good morning, Lonna.
Good morning. Good to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Why don't you do for me a really quick favor and quickly introduce yourself?
Well, I usually say I'm Lonna from Owatonna, Lysne. I actually live in the country. I get mail addressed, Lonna from Owatonna. And I came to Owatonna in 1967. And what brought me here is just sort of the beginning of my journey as Pioneer Woman. I had sent a resume up here to, at that time, Dave Lansworth, Director of Elementary Education. And I was to graduate November of 67, so that's not the beginning of a school year. And looking for a job. I wanted to teach in one of the big 9 schools, graduated from Blooming, family business, we're coming back. And I got a midnight call from him, almost called a panic call, Wednesday night. I just got your resume. We've got a real problem up here. We have a pregnant single girl teaching 2nd grade, and she's got to go. When can you come?
This was in the 60s?
67.
Yeah.
So I came, and I taught 2nd grade, and my first job was teaching ITA, which was called Initial Teaching Alphabet, which was a modern version of how to teach reading. I'd never heard of it in my methods class. I'm standing there before 27 2nd graders going, what is this? Oh, this is easy. You just do. And I said, okay. So I go now from formal education to the School of Experience. And boy, you're pioneering.
I think that happens a lot for a lot of teachers.
Always.
It's hard, and doctors as well. Now, let's talk about this. You were nominated and honored by the Owatonna Business Women. What is the Pioneer Woman Award?
Well, thanks to Todd Hale, who did a very good description. He just said it's given to a woman who, by her perseverance and leadership, has carved a significant imprint on the community as well as the world. to try to make a difference.
When you read that description, was it almost overwhelming to you that, well, yeah, it does fit that, but was it a little overwhelming
Absolutely.
for you?
It was totally overwhelming.
Yeah.
I was humbled, I was honored, and I was perplexed because I, too, was struggling a little bit with, well, what is Pioneer Woman? Because it's not about age, but I think a lot of people think it is. Like I said in my acceptance speech, I'm not over the hill. And Betty Friedan, who was roaring in the 60s with feminine mystique, just said that age is not lost youth. It's merely opportunities for more growth and more change. And so we're just sort of re-educating ourselves, thanking someone for the work that's been done, but I think still challenging. There's more work to do going forward.
When you mentioned that when you saw Todd's description, you felt that you did actually fit some of those. So let's talk about some of those ways in which you kind of, I'm sure it wasn't, there was some on purpose part of it, there was some intent, but also part of it was just life taking you different directions.
Absolutely. It really was life taking me in different directions. And so I kind of was, what does it take to get the A? Okay, I'll do it. And like I got into this real school of experience, and it's like, okay, now how do I hit this strike that's just come my way? 1 year later, even at the end of that first school year, I said to Lonna Lysne, I'm pregnant. I'm married, but I'm pregnant, and the baby is due in February next year. Didn't know the sex at that time, but he said, "Oh, that's really hard. You know it's hard. We don't want to lose you. We'll find something, but do you mind not signing a contract?" And I agreed to that. And that took me to my next level, which was working with students one-on-one for special learning behavioral problems. And that was the best thing that could happen to me, because as mother, I now was able to be the working mom, not buried in classroom papers. And I was helping the student that drove me crazy in the classroom, the one that couldn't get it, which then led me to starting a program at the high school. Paul Mostry came and said, "We have kids up there that can't read. We've got a principal who thinks it's too late. I want you to start a program." So I did. And I did pre-test, 2nd, 3rd grade level. 9 months later, post-test, those kids had moved 5, 6 grades in reading. So I got moved from the office building in the records room to a carpeted half a classroom, much like where we are right now. So then I went on and started the program, and then I have a son. Abraham comes along 5 years later, and boy, was he a challenge. I mean, it got me into classes where Marilyn Zede at the time turned around and said, "Would you teach this class?" So I did Children the Challenge for 10 years. And he got kicked out of nursery school on a Tuesday one day. Don't bring him back. So I became a stay-at-home mom. And that's when I really got involved with community. And I saw the sign downstairs, Scope. I was one of the 3 that brought that one to the community, because I thought there are no formal parenting classes. It's the most important job we do, and nobody goes to school for it. They just bring to the table what they've learned from their past. And in that interim of 10 minutes, I know I have 10 minutes, 10 years, community work, there was a call to come back to work. And I needed a new challenge. And that new challenge, at the time, my husband was saying, "I need help here. Can you help make some family money?" And he was speaking in tongues with the investment kingdom. And I needed to learn that. So I saw an ad in the paper looking for a financial planner. I dove in, became a certified financial planner, first one in town. And I became the woman who loved to help people plan for their financial future. And that was the scariest yes I'd ever given, because it was a whole new territory. But it was the best yes I had ever given. And my teaching skills, I went back to the adult education, community education program, because I really figured out as did the company I worked with. The educated client is the steady, stable client. And if you understand what you've got yourself into, you might not be so quick to run away. And in the interim of that, lots of flexibility. So I began to travel.
How many, I know you have a list of it. How many different countries have you traveled to?
Well, the Olympic flags that came in, I'm sitting there and I thought, let's just jot down, because when the world map came down on the blackboard of my grade school, I'm grade 1 going, wow, there's more than Austin, Minnesota. I want to go see this place I live on, planet Earth. Of the 204 countries official for Olympics, I have been to, dealt with, hosted people from 70. So in the 2/3 of my life, I've only seen 1/3 of the world. It's a big world.
So you've got more stuff, more world to see.
I have more world to see, yes.
Has this award at all, we only have about a couple minutes, has this award at all changed you, or does it give you a new focus, or is it just a kind of a way to look back and really be amazed at what has happened?
Well, it helped me to look back and go, oh, I guess I did do some special things. I did take risks. I was able to feel the fear and do it anyway, because I was in uncharted waters. I didn't want to sink. That good, better, best, don't let it rest. Good is better, better's best. That driver inside of me just kept working. And I realized it's still working. I'm not done. I'm not done. But maybe a different direction. And that is kind of rolling around in me right now, as to if I follow my passions and my value system, which I pretty well have done as I went to each challenge given to me, where am I going to go from this day forward? Right now, it's just surviving winter. This hat, I'm living in this hat because my house is at 62 degrees. It's a big house, and I'm on LP gas. So
I want to say
feel like a pioneer woman.
She does. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's been a joy to meet you.
Thank you.
And I just look forward to seeing what other adventures you have.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure.
It was fun.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Don't let the cold winter weather stop you from exercising. Keep up your fitness program at the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. We offer a variety of different membership packages available on daily, monthly, and yearly basis. We also have a variety of programs and services to help the newest of members get started and to help those who have been around for a while improve on what they are doing. The Tennis and Fitness Center participates in insurance reimbursement programs with a variety of different insurance providers that could make you eligible for up to $20 credit each month. For more information about the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center, call us at 444-4290.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, this is Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better. At Amy Swain Hearing Centers, we offer many different brands of hearing instruments because everyone has a different lifestyle. Let me, Dr. Amy Swain, help you find the best hearing device for your hearing needs at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. Call 1-800-804-3361 for an appointment today, or visit my website at www.amyswainhearingcenters.com, because you deserve to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
This March, as part of Minnesota Food Share, the Steele County Food Shelf hopes to raise $100,000 and/or pounds of food. Minnesota Food Share contributes additional money based on our local donations. In 2013, 3,616 individuals living in Steele County registered at the food shelf. By the end of 2013, the food shelf gave out 551,000 pounds of food. Thank you for your generosity. With your support, we are able to provide a resource in Steele County for our neighbors in need. No one in Steele County should have to go to bed hungry.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. It is my pleasure to be here at Perfect Day Cakes with Thea. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good. What an amazing space you have here.
Thank you.
I just want to say congratulations. How long have you been open?
Our grand opening was February 8th.
So not even a month yet.
No.
No. And you have started kind of a bakery, but also a cake decoration. Tell me a little bit, because it's a little bit of everything you've got going on
It is.
here.
When I first opened my business 9 years ago, I specialized in just wedding cakes and then went to birthday cakes. And now I've expanded into a storefront that has cupcakes and breakfast pastries and breads and wedding and coffee.
Yeah.
Regular coffee, not the fancy coffee. I don't want to get into that.
She doesn't want a barista at this point. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of what we have.
So let's talk a little bit about you. What is your history with baking?
When I was 4, I was diagnosed with diabetes, and that's where the baking started. My dad started playing with recipes that were sugar-free, and I would help him in the kitchen, kind of dumping in the sugar, the fake sugar, the twin brown sugar, and kind of play with them at 4.
Experiment, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, he created recipes that actually tasted good that didn't have sugar in them. And then after that, that's where my baking came from.
So your dad actually, this is all your dad's fault.
Yeah.
Blame him. Well, and so then at 18, you were telling me?
At 18 is when I decorated my very first cake, and it was horrible. I thought at the time, I thought it was gorgeous when I made it, but it wasn't. Like, I look back at it now and it was bad.
Oh, Thea.
But yeah, so that's where the decorating came from, and it kind of just blossomed.
How long have you been in the Owatonna area?
9 years.
9 years. And so when did you decide to make Perfect Day Cakes? How did that happen?
It happened 9 years ago. When my daughter was born, I wanted to be home with her more and spend more time with her, and I wanted to show her that no matter what you had, because I'm diabetic, no matter what you had or whatever challenges you had, that you could accomplish anything you wanted. So that was kind of my goal, starting the business, to show her that even if you have obstacles in your life, if you keep trying, you can do it.
What does she think of this now?
I think she's still overwhelmed.
Is she?
She helps us with the register, and she'll help in the back with decorating cupcakes and stuff. But I think right now, because it's still all new, I think she's missing Mom a
little. Because you have now, with the storefront, you're here. Well, let's talk a little bit. Your hours, as people aren't normal banking hours, so to speak. They're a little bit different. Tell us a little bit about your hours.
We open at 6:30 in the morning for the breakfast pastries, so the case is full with breakfast pastries. And then when we start selling out, we move into the cupcakes. And then we close at 2 o'clock, and that's because I actually go get my daughter from school.
Yeah.
And then if we still have product available, we reopen at on Wednesday and Thursday at 4:30, and then on Friday at 3:30. And we're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, but open on Sundays.
And you do basically go until you're out.
Yep.
Yeah, and so hopefully, that could be by 9 some days.
Yeah.
Because that's just the way it is. Because all of your products you make are fresh.
Yep.
You don't freeze them. Tell us a little bit about your process of making your items.
It's long. I'm trying to fine tune it, so I'm not here so
let's
long.
Talk a little. Yeah, so let's just, and that's part of it. You've only been here a month to figure that out. So let's talk about the variety of products. You talked about breakfast pastries, and this is one of the ones that you were talking about. Tell us a little bit about this lovely thing.
That's my maple bacon long john, and that is my most popular seller. That usually is sold out right away.
So we're lucky we even have one today.
Yeah.
And so you also have an omelet?
An omelet, yep. I try to do one savory item a day. That way, well, for two reasons. I need to eat. I mean, it sounds really bad, but I need to eat.
Yeah.
So, I can't, I mean, I'm diabetic, so I can't keep throwing in all this sugar.
Right.
So I try to have one savory item every morning that is a breakfasty type. Okay. So I have omelet, I have a French toast, I have pancakes and sausage, and it's all a type of, but it's all put into a cupcake, so it's a cupcake form.
Wow.
So.
But then you also, so you have the savory items, you have your breakfast rolls, you also have breads. Tell us a little bit about your breads.
I do bread.
You do bread?
I have, this is a cinnamon twist.
Is this your own
more
recipe?
Like a cinnamon. No.
Okay, that's okay.
No.
That's okay. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
So it's a cinnamon twist. You also do French bread.
French bread, sourdough, pumpernickel, and roasted potato, and yeah, I do too many, and I don't make them every day. So
right, so you never know what you're going to get when you come in the store, which makes you want to come in a lot more often. And then you have, of course, this beautiful, beautiful cupcakes. Those are
the Rocky Road cupcakes.
They look so much fun. What is in a Rocky Road cupcake?
It's a chocolate cupcake with a marshmallow fluff filling, and then a chocolate buttercream with marshmallows, pecans, and a chocolate drizzle.
So as you've decided, you've kind of brought a little bit of the baking culture here to Owatonna, because this is very huge in other places, the maple bacon, but also the style of cupcake that you've made. Talk to me a little bit how you decided where you were going to go with the style of the cupcakes.
I just wanted to use my creativity, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be something that I'd get bored making.
That makes so much sense. And so, because we know that you started with your cakes, and I'm going to hold this up. This is kind of where you started with your wedding cakes, and I want to show Leanne this. So this is what you said you're pretty much known for, are your wedding cakes. It's what you've done. And so you have a great opportunity of being very creative with your cakes.
Yes.
Talk to me, how do you do that process?
I meet with the clients, and when I meet with the clients, we sit down and talk about what their vision for their wedding is or for the birthday. And then from there, I kind of go into colors, and I draw up a whole bunch of different designs, and hopefully they would like one of them, and if they don't, then I draw again.
You start all over. And so the ones we're looking at here, what do you use to make some of these cakes?
This was a buttercream. Mm-hmm. This was a cream cheese, and that was also buttercream.
Okay, so you have a lot of options when you're making
I have
stuff.
8 different icings to choose from.
And then people, of course, can try them.
Yes.
Yeah. And then over here, I love this. So on top of baking cakes and cupcakes and savory items and bread, you also offer a fun party idea. Talk about that.
I do cupcake decorating parties, and they're tailored for 5 to 12-year-olds, but I'm finding that pretty much anyone can enjoy them.
So when it's my birthday this year.
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah, totally. I am totally going to be having a birthday party here. Why not?
I'll tailor it to you, I promise.
It would be so much
games
fun.
For 5-year-olds.
Yeah, okay, we're totally doing this. Note to Brandy. We're doing this. Yeah, we could do a Doctor Who theme. I don't know if you're a nerd.
I love Doctor Who.
Okay, good. Done. Wow, that was easy. So, do you have an online presence that people can go and check you out? Talk to us a little bit about that.
I have Facebook and my website. My website is perfectdaycakes.com.
Okay.
And then my Facebook is, facebook.com/ Perfect Day Cakes MN.
And so the hours that you talked about, which are a little complicated, are on both of those, so you can check that out. They can call you. Any questions you have. What has been the most exciting thing that you've encountered starting the storefront?
Just the fact people are coming in and saying how excited they are about having a bakery in town.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting such a warm welcoming, so it's been amazing.
Good. Well, we're going to try some stuff here, and you're going to have to come and try it on your own time. So thank you so much again. It's a pleasure, and good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we will be right back with the Owatonna Today Show. Please stay with us.
We have to get this sign right back here. Yes. Keep calm and even.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to Transitional Housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
And we're back with a quick look at some community announcements. The Owatonna Today Show is teaming up with the Steele County Food Shelf during March Food Share Month to help raise money for the food shelf. Leanne's video business, The Third Hand Incorporated, was given permission to film the hometown samplers that happened this weekend. And she's going to be selling this amazing concert for $10 per DVD. And all of the proceeds from the sale will go directly to the food shelf. So it's a great opportunity for you either to relive that amazing weekend, or if you didn't get to see it, to enjoy the beautiful music that was made in honor of the food shelf. If you'd like a copy of the hometown sampler, please call Leanne at 397-5751. That's 390-5751. Or email her at owatonnatoday@charter.net. March is National Youth Art Month, and in celebration, the Owatonna Arts Center and the art faculty of the Owatonna Public Schools will showcase students' work from kindergarten through 12th grade. The student art exhibition will open on Sunday. It did open this past Sunday and will run through the 30th. Gallery hours are from 1 to 5, Tuesday through Sunday, and the gallery is closed on Monday. The Steele County Historical Society is pleased to announce children's programming for this Thursday at 10:15 and 6:30 at the History Center. The History Detectives is the preschool age program for children. It's meeting at 10:15 at the History Center and will continue the educational journey through the legends and lore of Minnesota. Kids kindergarten through 6 will meet at 6:30 and also learn about the amazing state that Minnesota is. This is a free children programming and is offered the first Thursday of each month. The Steele County Historical Society is pleased to welcome retired pastor Paul Nelson of Owatonna for a presentation on Thursday at 7 p.m. in the Wenger Room of the History Center. His subject is Abraham Lincoln's graveyard ghouls. Now, one of the definitions of ghouls is grave robbers, and Abraham Lincoln's body was moved 17 times. While he was in one of his temporary resting places, a plot was hatched to steal his body and hold it for ransom. Sounds like a fascinating topic. Admission to the lecture is free for the Historical Society members, $2 for non-members. Again, that is this Thursday, March 6th at 7 p.m. And join the Riverbend Naturalists on March 15th from 5 to 7 for the third in their Women in Nature monthly outdoor skills and natural history-based program specifically aimed towards women. The March Women in Nature program is maple syruping. Pre-registration is required. Please contact them at 507-332-7151. And this Saturday from 6 to 8:30, it's the Riverbend Nature Center will wrap up its 2014 Winter Family Movie Series with a movie about the things people want, the things that they need, and a mysterious creature who speaks for the trees. Check that out at the Riverbend Nature Center. Thanks so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. We're going to be having a great show, and if I could find, here it is. We're going to be talking with Safe and Drug Free Coalition as well as the Barn Bash fundraiser. See you then.